Morning, everyone. Morning. I hope everyone's well. This morning, Tuesday morning, people. And it's all gone quiet over there. I left the title of the stream today to the sheriff. And as you can see, he's getting a little bit worried. Is the dream turning into a nightmare? We will discuss, and if anyone wants to come on in a bit, they will discuss too. But Sheriff, good morning. How are you, sir? How are you?
All's good, mate. All's good. Have
Very
sensible night's sleep.
Oh,
I
that's
never
not
get a
bad, mate.
sensible night's sleep, mate. Ever.
Lucky you. Hey.
Well, I say half sensible. It was still up. Still got up twice.
Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It is what it is, as they say, Sheriff. What can you do?
It is nothing, mate. Nothing.
No,
Nothing whatsoever. But
can't do anything, mate. But it is what it is.
well, I just thought like the way we started the window.
Yeah.
With signing every man and his dog, basically. And then it's all gone very quiet. I mean, will we ever know the real reason for it? Probably not. Probably not. But come on.
The real reason for what?
For the lack of signings. The
lack of signings in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what I was on about. The lack of signings over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We never get. You're never going to know. They'll come out with the usual. Oh, we're trying. We speak every day. The usual part that comes up.
Yeah.
We do this, we do that. But
do you believe that they're really trying hard, Mark, to sort this out? Or, is it a case of maybe they're going in for people and they're just going elsewhere? Like perhaps they made an approach for Torres and they was told, no, mate, he's going PSG.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, there's several factors in there. You got to look at the position we're in.
Yeah.
17th twice. Right. And if we are interested in a player, obviously the Zerbi's then got to get involved, get on the blower to him, and almost convince him to come.
Yeah, great, mate.
To me, it's a bit of it's obvious we got the money to throw about, but it's an indictment of the club when we've got to entice players to come to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a sad indictment on the club, how far we've slipped over the years.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, you go back before we was born, everyone wanted to play for us. This is what I want from my team. I want people to be queuing up out the door ready to sign.
That was my next question. That was what you just said there was my next question. Yeah. Is it a case of it's just so money orientated now, whoever offers the most dough, generally, I'm not talking about every player, but I think them days are over, Mark. I think them days are over. Mate. Do you know what I mean?
That is a major factor in it, because we all know that football's just about money now. What's a footballing career?
I don't know.
15 years?
15, depending on who you are, 15 to 20 years if you're lucky.
15 to 20 years, and you got to make you got to make enough money for the rest of your life. That's quite easy for footballers, obviously, because they get paid mega duty. But can you imagine me and you in normal jobs having to earn enough money for the rest of our lives out of like 15 years working? It's not happening.
Well, no, ours is out of 40 years work, mate.
Well, yeah. But can you imagine if we only had half that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You'd never do it.
Yeah.
You'd never do it.
Mark, I want to see the days again, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I want to see the days again where even if you get the odd player You know what I mean? It was my dream. He's good enough, type of thing, and it was my dream to play for Tottenham. Da 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 da
Yeah,
da da da.
yeah.
Do you know? And I know
About the
it
only
probably won't happen, but you know.
about the only person I think we could sign that would say that
I know what you're going
is
to say.
Alex Scott.
There you
Alex
go.
Scott would come out and say, "Look,
He has come out and said before, I think.
oh, all right,
I think he has come out and said
yeah,
before that it's his. If he got the opportunity to play for Tottenham, he'd never turn it down because they're his
yeah,
boyhood. You know,
yeah."
that's who he supported all his life. But
No,
it
but
is what it is. It is what
you're
it
not
is.
going to get, especially the money orientation of football these days.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and a lot of the players come from abroad as well. You know, maybe Dutch players because Ajax have got close links to Tottenham, haven't they, over the years. You know, and if you're an Ajax fan, you're going to know about Tottenham. It's the same as if you're a Tottenham fan, you're going to know about
yes,
Ajax.
yeah, 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 yeah. I
You
get
know,
that, mate.
so
Yeah,
maybe someone from the Ajax academy. Oh, my dad told me Glenn Hoddle was like amazing, and
yeah, yeah,
you know, rah 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 rah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I get you. I get you. There was a message that came out last night. That said that Ali Gold had said something about that there was going to be. He couldn't say who it was because even he wasn't sure apparently. But the word going round
The bomber.
is that there's going to be a massive. It's not just a bomber; it's a massive bomber, and apparently
Mhm.
they're in early talks with someone. Now,
Now,
the only person I can think, if we're going big on bombers, right, is this geezer. But I don't know if they could convince him to come to Spurs, bearing in mind the money he's on now,
yeah,
right? And I know we were saying last night when we was talking in here in the back room thing
yeah,
that it could probably be sorted with a signing on fee. You
yeah.
know, a big signing on fee and whatever, 300 grand a week instead of 400 grand a week. Uh, is there anyone else apart from him and Harry Kane that
Oh,
you can think of
you stole my one now.
but that you would call like when they're talking, people are talking massive bombers now, not just a bomber,
An earthquake
an
sort of
earthquake,
signing. Yeah,
right? An earthquake of a signing. Who else could it be apart from those two? Because
that's it, really.
there's
Like,
bombers and there's massive bombers,
yeah, yeah.
aren't there?
There's like seismic bombers.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah,
shake the foundations. But then
that's
there's
it.
just, oh, they've signed so and so. That
Yes,
bomber, that sort of
yes.
bomber.
Hmm.
Now, I watched Tottenham away. Big up them lads.
Do you know? I didn't.
They were
I
back
didn't.
last night.
But yeah, go on.
I didn't see you in the comments, so I take it you were
No,
asleep.
no, I was just nodding, mate. I was,
Yes, that's what I
yeah,
thought. I
yeah,
thought I saw Nigel in there.
yeah, yeah.
I saw Nigel in there. Ellie was in there. There's a few that's in our chat. If I
It was a,
forget your names, then that's just me. I'm a bit
it was a good
senile.
old show, was it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
But
watch it back later. I'll have a
it
look later
wasn't
on.
the original crew though.
No, there was
It
only
was
3 of them there, wasn't there, or
yeah,
something?
there was Stel, Maz, and
Mari. Mari?
Mari. That's right.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember more than me.
I,
Then,
saw, I sort of had it on my phone right at the beginning, and I vaguely remember Stel introing, saying it was going to be a bit different tonight, and not everyone was there, but they're back, and da 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 da, and that was the last thing I remember. And I sort of, when you wake up and you look at your phone and you think, oh, still going. It might have been half hour later, it might have been 2 hours later.
yeah.
I don't know, mate. Probably
But,
half an hour the
but
way I
I
sleep.
watched I watched Stel's I watched Tottenham away, and then I
Yeah,
just when they finished, I like obviously pressed the back button and went back to my homepage, and Ali
yeah,
Gold's video was on there.
yeah. There you go. Yeah,
So I thought, oh, yeah, let's have a listen. It was like an hour and 5 or so.
yeah,
And he's come out and said,
yeah,
because he obviously on the whole tour, New Zealand and Australia,
yeah,
the press conference where he did say bomber, everyone sort of was like, "Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is it him? Is it him? Is it him?"
It could be him.
But then he sort of backtracked in the next press conference. This is what Ali Gold was saying. I'm only paraphrasing what Ali Gold was saying. He sort of backtracked a little bit and reckoned that bomber has a different meaning in Italian.
Oh, come on, man.
Or,
What are we doing here?
It's sort of a...
There's either a bomber or there's not.
Yeah. Well, and Ali
right.
was saying, and because, to be honest, what he was saying last night, because they're in a country, especially Australia, that doesn't really follow football.
Yeah.
Football's about, what, third or fourth most
probably
game over there.
Yeah.
You got rugby league and you got rugby union and you got cricket and you got that other one that's just like a fight with some points scored now and again.
Yeah.
It's still with an egg-shaped ball.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? That one was just a big
Can't
fight.
think of the name of it. Australian rules, isn't it? Or whatever.
Yeah, Australian rules. That's just like a big fight with some points scored now and again.
Yeah.
And so the Tottenham players were actually out and about in Sydney, just wandering about.
There you go. Very nice indeed.
He reckoned he saw most of them. He saw a lot of players. He saw De Zerbi wandering. He wasn't like stalking them or nothing because he made that clear in his video.
Yeah. He just happened to be there when they was wandering.
He just wandering about and just bumped into a couple of them,
Yeah.
But I honestly don't. Put it this way, mate. I'd like to believe that they are trying hard. You've got to think positive, ain't you? I mean,
well, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can't think positive, look, we all know what they're like now. They're probably all on holiday.
There needs to be people looking for players, mate, at the end of the day. Because like we said the other day, every day that goes past, it's costing Tottenham money, right? Because you can guarantee anyone they're after that's of any stature, shall we say, the price will just keep going. Every day that goes past, it'll keep going up.
The nearer you get to the end of the window, mate, the prices start to jack up, don't they?
You're going to be paying half again on top of what you was paying if you bought them earlier in the window. Yeah, I get it, man.
And plus, I want these players in, whoever we're getting, don't matter who it is, could be someone we like, could be someone we don't like, could be someone we say, what the hell are we doing here? It could be, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I want. I want the same feeling as when we signed Klinsmann. Just
that'll be a massive bomber then if that's
happening. That is massive. Because I remember when Klinsmann was pictured on or near Sugar's yacht in Monaco Harbour or Marseille, wherever it was.
Yeah.
I remember when those pictures come out and you just went, wow.
I know. No internet there, mate. Back page of the Sun.
1994, straight after the World Cup. I don't think he won the Golden Boot, but he was up there in the goal scorers and he was world class.
Yeah.
You thought, how the hell
was he persuaded him?
You got to remember, it's only 3 years before that, mate. We were deep in the poo.
Yeah.
We had to sell Gaza that crooked himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. It's,
we were literally skint, and then 2 or 3 years later, we're bringing in Klinsmann. I was like,
yeah.
Bloody hell.
And this is what I mean. I know the money's all different today, Mark. Don't get me wrong, right? But they've made their bed, right, for destroying it for the last 10 years, and now they've got to pay for it. That's the way that I look at it. And I don't care if a player costs 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, 130 million, and they've got to pay them 300 or 400 grand a week. I really don't give a monkeys no more. They need to start producing upstairs. It's as simple as that. And people can say, oh, Cookie, hang on a minute, you've got 6 in. What more do you want? We've got no fucking forwards.
Yeah. That's the truth of the matter, mate.
It's all right having a great defence and having a decent midfield that's going to provide, right? I don't want to keep going over it. Tell up front. Fucking Dumb and Dumber up front. Kudos injured. Madison injured. No number 10.
Xavi injured.
Kulu injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we know what Spurs are doing. Oh, we're Madison, bit of luck, he'll be all right, and he'll last until Simmons comes back, and hopefully in between, Kulu will come back, and we'll be all right and covered at that spot. You can't do it like that. If your players are out injured, whatever they're worth, whatever you're paying them, it's one of those things you've got to go and get someone else. And on top of that, Mark, I was looking again last night at the players that need to go. You know, I thought there was 36 players. There's not, there's 41.
Jesus Christ, mate.
41 after 25 spots in the Premier League. There's shitloads of them have got to go. And this is what I'm saying. They're giving it all the, gosh, we got 400 million to spend. Well, you should have more than that to spend, really. Because if you think already you've clawed in 120 million from what you've sold, you've still got Romero, Vic, fucking Bergval, just there on their own. There's another 100 million plus.
Sarah, if you don't fancy him,
another 20 million. That's another 120 million. So they can't tell me that they can't go and get an Osherman.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can afford to do it. There's no ifs, buts, but they've got to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
The thing is with it all, though, mate, we said when we started going a bit crazy, we started bringing in the likes of Tonali and Fernandez. That was within a couple of days of each other, mate. And we were like, right. And we said on here, I believe, that you cannot expect them to do everything.
I get that.
In one window. But this is the but. To leave us with Dumb and Dumber up front and no number 10 and no left winger, that's almost espionage.
No right winger as well.
No fit right winger at the moment either. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Well, bloody hell, mate. I mean, yes, is the midfield sorted? You'd like to say more or less, yes.
More or less, yeah,
Yes, I would say yes, but if someone becomes available that you can slot him in as well. Because this better not be the end of it. Just spend all this money and that's the end of it.
Mark,
this is an ongoing project now.
If you can go and get, I know we need forwards, right? But if you can go and get Morgan Gibbs-White now and get rid of Sarr, that to me is improving the first team, and then you've got to start, once you've got the first team to, which I think is the aim this season, to make sure he's got a first 11, 12, 13 or so, that are competitive. And then the next couple of years will be spent on players coming in that still improve the first team, don't get me wrong, but the depth to the squad should be a lot better over the next couple of years. Filled out more. All these players that have been at the club for 2, 3, 4 years that ain't going to make it under this manager, get rid of them. Like Danny said, right? There's players in this squad you're probably going to have to take a hit on. Right? Take the hit. Yeah, I know it's easy to say, but take the hit and get rid of all the dead wood. And start bringing players back in.
I'll tell you one player that we are definitely taking a hit on is Romero. I've heard rumours of 45 million for him.
Well, that's not a hit really, because we only paid 42.5 for him.
No, but even so, you would have thought. No, I'm not saying what we paid for him or anything like that, but I'm on about what everyone thought he was worth.
Yeah, I get that.
People were talking like 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And here we go, he's going for half of it.
If he goes for 40, it's basically what we paid for him. They're getting most of the money back. Apparently it's 40 plus bonuses or something, whatever bonuses means. It's probably getting so far in the Champions League and
I've
winning
seen
the league
45 mentioned.
yeah, something like that.
It's
It's
in
going to
that
be.
ballpark.
They're pretty much going to get their money back if you like.
Yeah,
If you like, but then look at the inflation difference between then at 42 million and what it is now and what players are
exactly,
going
mate.
for. So I
Yeah,
get that part of
yeah.
it as well. Let's say a few hellos. Just we'll run
You
through
better
a
do,
few
mate.
quick,
I'm
and
not
then
surprised how we
I'll
are behind.
right. Yeah. Morning to Pete. Hope you're well, Pete.
Well, that came in at 7:15 this morning, so we're 2.5 hours behind.
Oh well, there you go.
No, it's a
It is
joke.
what it is.
Yeah.
Logan's in this morning. Big up, Logan. Hope you're
Hang
well this
on a minute.
morning. Oh
Hang on a
yeah, I
minute.
know.
I
I
must
know. No,
interrupt.
I was looking for the right one. I haven't got to the right one yet because it's
Oh,
yeah. See,
sorry. I interrupted
there you
your. I
go.
interrupted you in
It's
full flow.
okay.
Then
It's okay. Everyone, make sure you hit that like button, please. Really, really important. 100 of you in here so far this morning. Big up to you all. I'll tell you what we'll do actually, Sheriff. There
we
we
were
go.
still set.
Look, it's all right. We'll do the thing because I don't want to
Right.
forget about it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go, Kate. There's the arms are up and the squeeze. Happy days, Kate. Tuesday morning.
Good morning. Big
Good
up,
morning,
Kate.
Kate. There you go.
I honestly
Morning.
thought he'd missed you out, Kate. I was not.
No,
There's
no,
no
no,
way.
no. I haven't missed her out.
That
I
wasn't
haven't
even
missed her out.
Kate. That's Logan.
I know it is, but it says morning Kate on it. That's why I clicked on it. There you go. See, there you go.
Only just
Big up
noticed that.
to Jimmy. Hope you're well, Jim, this morning. Oh, and big up to Logan, by the way. Morning
Yes.
to Logan. Sorry, Logan. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to Rodders. Big up to all
Big up,
boys.
Rob.
Lange out. Enoch out. Vinay out. I'm getting wound up again, Rodney. I'm getting
Yeah.
wound up again, mate. And I shouldn't be, really, but it is what it is. Wembers is in. Big up, Wembers. Hope you're well this morning, fella.
You
Morning,
too,
boys, all in
Bemba.
the chats. While I'm really the last person to give Enoch the benefit of the doubt, I will for now do so, if only for the reason that Public Enemy #1 Levy is no longer around.
Yeah, but I've always said about Levy, he was just the head of it. He was the face of them. They were the real problems all along. They were the real problem.
We'll find out, won't we, in the next 3 weeks?
Well,
Less than that now. Less than that now.
I believe.
Listen, to me, they've got to get forwards in, right? If they don't get forwards in, everything they've done to me is a waste of fucking time,
Yes.
right? You
Yes.
cannot rely on Dumb and Dumber to get you the goals that we need. It's as simple as that,
No.
right? It's just how it is. Big
Definitely
up to
not, mate.
Baldwin. Hope you're well. He's getting
And I'll tell you what,
January
mate.
vibes. You what, Mark?
I know we keep saying he's not Brazilian, he's Colombian and Bolivian or whatever we call him.
Yeah.
I'd sooner keep him, I think, man. I know it's I know it's I know it's like you're sort of, you know, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But what I've seen, I'd sooner keep Richie out of the two of them. The other one's bloody useless.
I don't know either of them.
No, well, nor do I. Ideally,
I've got to that stage now, though, Mark. It's like I don't want either of them.
yeah. No, I'm exactly with you.
We have got the money, right, to go and get a left winger, to go and get a couple of forwards, to go and get another number. We've got the money to do it. It's whether the club have got the wherewithal to do it. You know, and again, I will state, I'm not moaning about all the stuff that they've done up to Tonali. I haven't got a problem with none of that, right? But what I don't like is that we've had all the talk, we've got the dough, we've got this, we've got that. They spent whatever they spent, 200 and whatever on the free players. Yeah, 240 odd million, but they've clawed half of it back already. Right, so we're only 120 million into 400 million, and they've still got probably the best part of 200 million's worth to sell. Do you know what I mean?
It would be a typical Enoch thing to do, to say, look what we've give you. look what we give you, Tonali, Fernandez,
Yeah.
De Vander, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and all
Van
that.
Heck. Yeah.
Van Heck, yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, cut the forwards in, but
Yeah.
then at the end of it, break even. Because
Yeah,
they flogged on all the players they don't want, and in the end, we sort more or less break even.
but I don't mind that as long as
No,
they
I don't
bring
mind that either.
quality in up front. Sell as many of them as you want. Do you know what I mean? There's 41 players for 25 spots. And I know you can have youngsters homegrown tagged on to the end of that and all
You
that.
can have all the youngsters in there, I think,
Yeah.
homegrown or
Yeah.
not.
But to me, 41 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's madness. Absolute madness. But it is what it is. Big up, Balban. Hope you're well this morning, mate. Hope you're well.
Big
Let's
up.
see who else is in.
Big up.
Stevie
YouTube member.
DJ's in. Big up, Steve. Hope
Big
you're
up.
well this
YouTube
morning,
member.
mate. The
YouTube
World
member.
Under's in. Big up to the World Under. He says,
Oh, here
since
we go.
Sheriff got with Viv. It is his fault, isn't it, World Under? It is his fault.
Oh, here we go. Blame me immediately.
The Sheriff has sidetracked Viv and took her away from the big deals.
Now,
all right.
I beg of you all that have got this thing that I'm married to Viv and all this nonsense, go and watch Ali Gold's video from last night, because he was saying that Viv was at an event in Sydney on her own. There was no little Wurzel following her about.
Little Wurzel.
There was no little Wurzel following about like a shadow. There was none of that. None of it.
I don't know what to say, World Under. I think it's, I'll leave it to you two. Yeah.
And he did say as well that she was speaking to a load of Spurs fans.
Yeah.
Like that, they opened a shop or something, didn't they? Probably to flog some merch.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right. That let's face it, they don't open these places if it's not going to make them money. And she was in there talking to all these like Aussie Tottenham fans, and they didn't even realise who she was.
No.
Because Ali Gold was talking to him after she'd gone on, and he said, "Do you realise you were talking to one of the co-owners?" They were like, "Were we?" Apparently, she is a very down-to-earth person.
If she's that down to earth, get your hand in your pocket, Viv. Have a word with yourself.
Well, there is that.
Morning, Colin. Boradar to you. Hope you're well this morning. Anthony's in this morning. Hope you're well. I'm feeling happy this morning because last night me and the missus have booked a family holiday to Mallorca. Oh, yeah. For us and all the kids for May next year. Very nice, Anthony. Enjoy.
I've been there a couple of times. I think I've been to Mallorca at least once, probably think twice. It's all right. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's mainland Spain or an island of Spain. So I believe Mallorca's an island, doesn't
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mallorca's nice. Yeah.
Like, don't matter where you go in Spain, it's nice.
Yeah.
I've always
very
liked
nice.
Spain.
It's all right over there. Yeah.
I should be over in Spain in September.
Well, yeah, of course. 110 of you in here. If you haven't hit the sub button, please do hit that and hit the like button for us as well. Really appreciate it. Let's whiz for a few more. Jimmy says it's very much looking like the RDZ bomber or bomber, shall we say, was a warning to the board. Jim, you ain't silly, mate, are you?
Yeah.
You ain't silly, Jim.
I reckon that was it as well. I
it was done in a very...
giving them the little elbow.
One of them. Come on, people, sort it out. You know
if
what I mean?
If it was me, I'd give him a swift kick in the bollocks, mate.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, mate. Yeah. What, in Viv's bollocks?
I have no comments on that subject.
All right. Well, only you would know. Oh, thanks, darling. Thank you.
Don't encourage him, for God's sake.
Let's see.
Hang on. The cup of tea is... Oh, no. I was going to say the cup of tea has arrived, but it's not.
I've had the tea. That's gone this morning. I'm glad to say. Let me get rid of that. That can go over there. I've had the coffee this morning, mate. There you go. Stevie DJ. Good morning, Sheriff. There you go.
Yes, and I've got to announce anyone in the Loughton area tomorrow.
Oh yes.
Get to Ben's coffee shop because I will be there. I'm having a little road trip.
If anyone wants an autograph, from the
What do you
sheriff.
mean autograph?
He's just announcing that he will be at Ben's coffee shop in Loughton tomorrow. £5 an autograph, everyone. Get down there,
What
pay
do you
for the
mean?
sheriff's petrol for his journey. And
Well,
listen, he's there. He's there.
yeah,
The
I'm going to
sheriff
visit.
is there.
I'm going to visit Coffee Company 2.0 because he's moved into his new shop. Big up,
Yeah.
Ben. If you ever see this, you probably won't. You're too busy now. But I'm friends with him on like Facebook and that, and I've seen he's doing very well. So big up, Ben. You deserve all the success you're getting, mate. But stop stealing my milk. I know where you get your milk from.
Let's hope it continues. The
Yeah.
early success that he's had at the shop, and
Yeah.
it continues on for many months and years to come. That's all I can say. There you go. Drewler's in.
Big up,
Morning,
Drewler.
Drewler, YouTube member. Hope
YouTube
you are
member.
well, Drewler, this morning. I'm a bozo. What are we doing here? He's in the house. Big up to
Good
you.
morning.
Morning, Cookie Wookie. Cookie, they're all coming out now. Cookie Wookie Sheriff. And all in the house. Big up to you. Mia's in. She says, no sensible sleep. Well, Viv is around. I'm not saying anything. No comment to that, Mia. I'm just looking at the sheriff to wait to say something, but he hasn't. So
I'm just laughing about it, mate.
Yeah, it is what it is. Who else is in? There's more. Oh, here we go. Phil Coys is in. Big up, Phil. He says, John Motson and the sheriff on a Tuesday morning. What more do you want? I'm trying to improve the commentaries, Phil. Trying to get into it more.
I have got a feeling, though, mate. I have got a feeling, though, that when we do watch-alongs this season, there may not be as much swearing from you and shouting.
All depends, doesn't it?
Well, it does depend. There's a lot of factors in this, but I got a feeling. Well,
are we
going to win the league title? No, I don't think so.
No.
But are we certainly going to be better than we were last year?
Are we really moaning that we haven't signed a fuck? Bloody right, I'm moaning.
Bloody right.
Killer. I know what this lot are like. I know what they're like, Killer. Right? We'll either end up with nothing, yeah, or we'll end up with another bag of shit. Right? Because it's Enoch all over. And it just worries me because we've not necessarily been here like we are so many times, but transfer windows in the past have been such a disappointment on many occasions. God, and I'm just so sceptical of them, Killer. And I will be until that window shuts and there's forwards in.
Yeah.
And you look around now, and if you really have a look around at the forwards that could be available, we are struggling.
There's not many. There isn't many.
We are struggling. And that's all that bothers me, Killer, really. It's all that bothers me, really.
There isn't many around, is there?
There's strikers about, but the problem is a lot of the signings that you could make, the fans would go, is that a bomber? Really?
Yeah. There is not, can I just say that there's not a plethora of them, is there, about? It's not overloaded in the striker market, is it?
No, it's not as if you've got zillions to choose from, but listen, like I say, every day that we get closer to the start of the season, and it's less than 3 weeks now, right? You would like to think that the players would be here, or the majority, maybe not all of them, but the majority of what we want and what we need to get in so they can have a couple of weeks on the training ground. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but that's all I want as well. I don't want us to buy them after the season started, and then they got to come in, they got to adapt, they've got to settle in, and all that. But you're like 4 or 5 weeks into the season, then.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You could be behind the black ball already.
Yeah. We just spoke about that. I'm a bozo. Yeah, apparently we're working on a massive deal that may catch a lot of people off guard, according to Ali Gold. Silly Singularity's in. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. Mr. M's in. Big up, Mr. M. Morning. Wenger out. Coys. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Mr. M. Hope you're well. Simon's in. Big up, Simon. Hope you're well this morning, mate. Big up to you.
Just seen Bomber Club. Oh, well, that's a dream, mate. That is, I'm a bozo.
There you go. There's your two names straight away that have come up.
Yeah. That's about the only two that'll make us. With what was said that it's going to be like earth-shattering Bomber, then that's the only two names that there is, really.
Well, you have to bear in mind, right, what I will say is, on those two names, right, you have to bear in mind that they've both got Champions League football.
Yeah.
Right? I think as far as Harry Kane's concerned, if he could go and win the Champions League this year, then you might see him return after that.
Yeah.
But I think his aim is to win the Champions League. That's what he wants to do. Yeah, with like in club football. If he can do that, then you've got half a chance. Bearing in mind that to Tottenham, he's got an 86 million release clause. Yeah, and then he's allowed to speak to him. And then they've got to find out if he's interested in a move. And it's the same with Osimhen as well. 400k a week. He might be in Turkey, but he'll have Champions League football again. And you've got to convince them to come.
Well, that's it, mate. The biggest thing with both of those two names, well, I don't believe we're getting Harry Kane, not for 1 minute, even though it's the dream, even though it is the dream. So it's like you said, you've got to convince them, look, this is what we're going to do. Come to us and you'll be in the Champions League next year. You know what I mean? You got to lay all the cards on the table. Pascal Chimbonda. That's a name. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah. It is. There you go. Listen, I'm sure we'll find out. And if it's as massive as they say it is, I just don't know. In reality as such, because Steve's put Yamal, Barcola or Vinny Jr. I think that would be a bomber if any of those come, Steve, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Snipers is in. Morning, Snipers. Hope you're well. I remember a few years ago, a man in the know told me that the scouting team found a player. They went to Levy and he said, found someone cheaper. I didn't matter who it was. Levy only saw the figures. There you go.
But you must remember, Levy was only the head and the face of the snake. He was only the one who was always out. He was the only visible presence, wasn't he?
Well,
Joe Lewis never used to go, ever. I think he went about twice.
Yeah. Stevie Edinburgh thinks it could be Jude Bellingham.
Oh, my God. No, come on.
Well, look, I'm glad people are putting names in because my head's spinning thinking of names, to be honest with you. Marianne's in. Morning, Marianne, YouTube member.
Morning
Good morning, boys.
The original one.
In the chat. Tottenham Trev's in. Calamara, or was it Calamara? From the beach. He's on the beach. He's on the beach in bloody Cyprus somewhere, or Greece, or wherever. Sorry, Mia, if I butchered that then by saying Cyprus or Greece. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's all the
He's
same.
on holiday on a beach somewhere. Big up, Trev.
Yeah, big up to you and enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't have too many Amstels.
Yeah, right. What I'm going to do is now I'll put the old link in. Put the old link in the chat. I'll carry on just saying hello. And if anyone wants to jump on for a bit, the link's in the bottom of the chat. There you go. I'm probably miles away. Marcus is in. Big up, Marcus.
Big up.
No bomber is bigger than Klinsmann.
Oh, no. I will admit, I remember where I was in 1994 and I was shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Anthony's in. Let's bring Anthony in. Morning, Anthony.
Absolutely
big up,
shocked.
guys, you all right?
Yeah. Right, we're just doing the hellos.
Bear with us a minute. Right. I've got a bit of news here. Let's see if Killer Clicks is on the money here. Let's find out. Killer Click says, if what I've been told happens, this player will make you all happy. This is a level of player that no one thinks we would have a chance of signing. It's not Kane, is all I know. Just repeating info that I got.
Can't leave us hanging with that. We need to know now, don't we?
Well, Killer,
My
come
God,
on,
yeah.
man. Come on. Yeah, fair play, Killer. If it's not Kane, then where are you looking? You know,
I honestly didn't think it'd be Kane because I don't believe Kane had come to us until what you said, mate. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you, mate. Until Kane's done everything he wants to do in club football, he's not coming in. He will come back here when he wants to beat Shearer's record.
Yeah, but the thing is, I heard Kane's obviously a family man, isn't he? And I've heard that his family actually love it over in Munich. So
they may well do, mate.
So he's not. I don't think he's done. I don't think Shearer's record's even that important to him.
Do you not?
Yeah, striker. No. Sort yourself out, mate. Have a look in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
but depending how long Haaland's going to be here for, he might end up breaking it a couple of years later. So
don't worry about Haaland.
I've no doubts that Haaland will break it, but Harry will want his name above Shearer's. I virtually guarantee you that 1,000,000%. Harry Kane has broke every record at every club. Well, certainly the two professional clubs he's been. He was on loan. He was still professional, but you know what I mean. But he's broke every record at every club. He broke records at Bayern Munich that was stood for like bloody years.
Yeah, but if he was that bothered about breaking it, why did he leave to go to Bayern Munich in the first place?
Because he was shut on by Levy.
Yeah,
but there's talk about him signing a new contract with Bayern Munich.
Well, to be honest, for the last 2 or 3 years at Tottenham, Levy had him handcuffed to a radiator. He was like matey that got bloody kidnapped all them years ago. The journalist bloke.
Yeah, he should have gone Man City.
He basically had him handcuffed to a radiator, so he's not. Because even Harry, as much as I love him, you've all got to admit he down tools when he wanted to go to Man City, and he didn't turn up for it the first couple of games of the season.
Yeah. Listen, if it's going to happen, it'll happen at some stage. If he wants to come back, we know it's 86 million, right? And then you've got to convince the player to come back. That is the deal with Bayern Munich. So it's up to them to, as we said before, to sort it out. Wembers is in. Big up Wembers. It was great to have Tottenham away back last night.
Yeah,
Mads always nails the real issues. Yeah, great to see him back. Leighton, morning to you. He says we need 70 plus goals for the Champions League. 80 goals plus to win the league. Just get Victor.
He is a name that's lurking around now, isn't he, Victor Osherman?
He's the one that like Killer Klitz that said it. He's the one that when he said about a big bomber, he's the one that I'd think of would be, and we can afford the transfer fee. It's just the wages that are the issue. I mean, isn't he like 400 grand a week or something?
Yeah, massive signing on fee, mate.
The tax
you got to remember in Turkey though, tax is only 20%.
Yeah.
Over here, if you're on like 400 grand a week, it's like 50% tax or 45% tax.
You
go to the higher levels.
Yeah.
If you earn, not that I know, I definitely don't know this, but if you're on over, is it 35 or 40 grand?
Something like that. Yeah, about
you
40
go up
grand.
to the next tax bracket, don't
you? Yeah. Look, like I say, it is what it is. I'm sure over the next couple of days, there'll need to be some news. Put it that way. Logan's right. We've been in a game of guess who for the past week.
Yeah. It definitely is.
So don't you think the bomber is Gakpo then?
No, it can't be.
No, he's not even half a bomber.
He's a good player, right? And I'd have him at Spurs. Yeah, but he ain't a bomber.
No,
he's not a bomber. Not for me.
I've heard a lot of Spurs fans and wouldn't be happy with signing Gakpo. I think he's a great player.
He's a very good player. He can be a bit frustrating at times,
That's most of our team, though, isn't it? That's our forward players as it is. But he's a much better version than Tell anyway.
Oh yeah.
Well, put it this way. All I got to say about Gakpo is, I was sent something. I do apologise. I can't remember who you were that sent me it. That had like the facts and figures about Oshman. Now, if you looked at that, what I looked at, you'd think he was no better because it compared him to Richarlison.
That's right.
You'd think he was no better than bloody Richarlison, right? But
Gakpo,
then
you're talking about.
Yeah, Gakpo.
Yeah.
You'd think I was like, well, we don't want him then. And then yesterday afternoon, I watched something on I had Sky Sports News on, and they brought facts and figures up about Gakpo, and they made him look brilliant. So I do not want to see any more stats. I do not want to see any more of them.
Let your eyes tell you the story, Mark.
Stupid bloody them diagrams with the bloody map and all that nonsense. I don't want to see none of that, right? Because facts and figures can be manipulated to whatever you want them to be.
Well, yeah.
I saw two things yesterday. I saw one that made Gakpo look like a donkey, and Sky Sports brought some out that made him look like Messi.
Thing is, Sheriff, when you were saying earlier about you keep Richarlison and stuff, he does this every year though, under every new manager, where he'll ban a few goals in, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at Richarlison, he's scoring and stuff." So we keep him, and then we see the real Richarlison come out, like
when he's like
a few games into the season.
He's like Adebayor from years ago. When he was playing for a contract, he was brilliant, and then when he signed his contract, he was crap. Adebayor was exactly the same. He did it at Man City, didn't he? Because he was only there on loan, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he banged goals in from everywhere. And then when they signed him and gave him a contract, he was useless. And he was exactly the same with us.
When Adebayor, like one of our best ever loan signings, but one of our worst ever permanent signings.
Something like that. Yeah, it was. Morning to Lee, by the way. Morning, Lee.
Oh,
Hope you're well this morning, Lee. And Cobra Air's in. Big up to you, Cobra. Hope you're well this morning.
Good morning.
Killer's come back in. What I've been told, it's a player currently not in the Premier League.
That's Osherman then.
It's going to be a shirt seller, he says.
Yeah, there you go, Osherman.
We'll see. Well,
the thing is as well, now, Enoch, if you're listening to this, you sign these big name players, you're going to get a lot of the money back from shirt sales. But when you're knocking them out 100 quid a time,
yeah, and
you won't selling one to me because I get mine in China.
And this player as well, which was the Norway left winger that plays for Benfica currently. Apparently, Spurs have gone in with an offer, and it's pretty close to what Benfica want.
Yeah. I read this yesterday as well.
What position is he?
He'll be left winger.
But how many left wingers are we going for though? Savinho,
it don't matter as long as you buy one. Gakpo's not really a left winger; he plays inside.
Yeah, he's more like the Son position, isn't he?
If you got Gakpo, you could say to him, playing the number 10. He'd do a better job than Gallagher because he's got a better vision about him when he's on the ball, right? But Gakpo's one of them that you could just say, play across the front or drop off, play as a false 9, play as a 10, whatever. He can sort of do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Gakpo was more of a Sonny sort of player, isn't he?
Yeah, he just cuts in. He's not a winger that down the line and puts balls.
He's not a winger, though, is he? I know he does sort of drift over to the left, but he's not a winger. He's like Sonny. Sonny was never a winger. Nor was Brennan Johnson, by the way. Let's get this in there.
I'm still hearing stories of us being linked to more than James White.
Yeah, bring him in.
That would be a bomber. I think, especially after last year's escapades, I think that would be a bomber. Definitely, Morgan Gibbs-White. I think if you add Fernandez, Tonali, and Morgan Gibbs-White, right, that's a tasty midfield. Under any
sure you need any wingers then.
That's a tasty midfield. That
I'm not sure you need wingers then, mate. You know what I mean?
It looks like the type of people that he's buying, yeah. Bear in mind, Kudos likes to cut in. He can go down the line, yeah, because he's got 2 feet. But generally, from the right, he likes to cut in, right? People like Gakpo, he doesn't play as wide out as Kudos, but if you played him there, like you say, he's more like a Sonny, yeah? And that will cut in more from the left, like Sonny used to on his right foot and bend him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more that type of player, but he'll pass and move. Do you know what I mean? And try and pick it up in a more dangerous position. Big up, Delhi. Big up, Delhi. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, so listen, it is what it is.
Also, people saying, "Oh, we've still got a month left to get a couple of players in."
Yeah.
I don't want us to get players in at the end of the month because I want them ready. I want them in the team at the start of the season. How many times are we not ready for the season and then we start it and we always start slow?
I said this about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
If you bring them in when you've had 1 or 2 games and they take 2 or 3 to settle in and get used to the tactics and all that, you're behind the 8 ball already.
Yeah.
When we started the window and we got Fernandez, Tonali, I was thinking, come on then. Let's get to the end of July and all our business is done. We can just sit back, put our feet up, and then add maybe 1 or 2 more that, that we may require.
Yeah.
But here we are, August the 4th, and we're still crying out for strikers.
Yeah. I
and
know,
forward
mate.
players.
Morning, Jane. Hope you're well this morning. The Lord of Laziness is the sheriff.
Hang on. Just take that off. It is on my thing.
There
Lord
you go.
Of Laziness.
The Lord of Laziness.
Yeah.
What can we do?
I am this week because I refuse to go to work. I said I want some time off.
There you go.
Because I can.
Let's have a look on here. There's Mia's channel for anyone that wants to get over to Mia. She'll be on just after 11, I think.
The redirect is already done, mate.
Yeah, you can get over there, everyone, at 11 o'clock and give her a bit of support over there. Ghost is in. Big up, Ghost. Hope you're well this morning. Hope you're well, mate. The agent... Sorry?
Oh, big up. The redirect has already been set up, mate. I did it sneakily in the background.
There you go. See, the sheriff don't hang about anymore.
No, because I know it's always the last 5-minute panic. I got to do it.
He's done me mid-flow there, Anthony. Did you see that? I was on a roll when he's like, boom. Anyway, I'll carry on. I love you, Sheriff. The agent of celery is in the house. I did get there eventually, celery agent. Hope you're well.
Big up to you. I ain't seen you for a while, mate.
No. Ollie's in. He said, Kolu. Is that meant to be who? Left for Italy. Who's that?
Mawani, maybe. Is that...
Mawani.
Yes. Yeah.
Signed for Juve, isn't he? Signed for Juve.
What the hell did they see in him? They must be blind.
He's done all right for them, though, didn't he? Like when he was there.
Well,
is what it is, isn't it? He's not here. That's the main thing.
No,
and Pete says, hit that like button, people. Absolutely. Come on. We're on a 100 like a stream roll at the moment.
Yeah, we are.
So hit that like button. Let's we don't 50's lovely, don't get me wrong. Well, we've always said 50. But so many people in here now all the time. We've decided to lift that to 75 in the hope that it gets to 100. So smash that like button and
I am just going to check to see how many we are on, mate.
Sub to Anthony as well at Tottenham Therapy. Make sure you get over to him over there. Where else am I in here? Claire's in. Morning, Claire. Hope you're well this morning. Big up to you. The link's in again at the bottom if anyone wants to jump on for a little bit.
Where's what's it? I can't remember his username. Lee's dad.
Stu, yeah, I've texted him. Yeah, he's been a bit rough, so he's not been on really. He's okay though. He's okay. I texted him last week, I think it was. He'll be back when he's ready. Yeah, he's just had a lot.
I have to report, mate.
Yeah.
The like ratio is on about, give or take, 50%.
Have a word with him quick, Sheriff.
Yeah, I know. It's
it is what it is.
It is what it is, but like,
come on, people. Behave yourself.
You do better than that.
Rudolph's in. Morning, Rudolph. I think we might get our ear holes chewed off here, people. Morning, says Rudolph. Just because we can afford to hire a player doesn't mean it will happen. Surely you know that. Rudolph, I do know that, but for television purposes, yeah, I have to make it look like I don't know that. But yes, I do know that, Rudolph. How do you know the club has not made an offer? I don't. I can't say that I do know because I don't, Rudolph. So it's just all, you know how it is. Hearsay, is that the right word? Speculation, what we read, all that sort of
pulling
stuff, mate.
stuff out of our backsides.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Right wing problem is solvable now. Porro at right wing, Spence at right back. That sounds great. If he's going to do it,
Yeah.
Rudolph. It's if he's going to do it.
We've been on about Porro as a right winger for ages, but no, not any of the managers we've had. And let's face it, we've had a few. We had 3 last season, didn't we? Or 4.
Yeah.
Like none of them have ever done it, have they? None of them. I think Porro may have slipped in the midfield once or twice. There's not many, but it wasn't certainly from the beginning of the game.
I remember he played right wing a few years ago against Leeds. Remember when they went down? When we beat them 4-1, he looked all right then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we know he likes to get down the line at the end of the day. And defending is not his thing. What I will say is, I do, like I said, I think it was on yesterday's show, that he will, De Zerbi will, and does like to change into a free when Spurs have got the ball, which then allows one of the wing fullbacks or wing backs, whatever you want to call them, to bomb on, and the DM will just slot across and cover the free in front.
Yeah.
To be honest, forward,
I've been saying for the last few years, the players Tottenham have got, why nobody has ever played 3 at the back, 5 at the back, call it what you want, is beyond me. Because Porro was bought as a wing back.
Yeah.
Even Udogie was bought as a wing back because he come in when Conte was the manager and he always played 5 at the back. And so why no one's ever done it? Porro is not a right back. I'm sorry.
I don't think Udogie played under Conte though.
Yeah, but he was bought for him.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter whether he was. What the thing is, he probably went mad and got sacked before he rocked up. But he was.
Yeah, he was a loan. He went back on loan to his club.
Yeah, of course he did. I know that. But he was bought for Conte as a wing back. His position is wing back. It's not full back. It's wing back. And the wing back's job is to get forward, get the ball in the box, and defending sort of secondary. That's the way I've always understood it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I know what you're saying, Mark. Golden Sun's in. Morning, Golden Sun. Hope you're well, mate. Big up to you. Joe's in this morning. Go on, Anthony. Go on, mate.
So I was going to say, Porro going forward is a bit like Trent in a way, isn't it? But defensively,
it's similar.
He's a bit like Trent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many times has he been sat on his backside because someone's turned him inside out? He's not a defender.
No.
I've been saying this for time.
Listen, Porro was, if you go back and watch some of the Spain games, right?
They know how to play.
Honestly, they've worked it out, right? And all they do is Rodri doesn't go. If Porro's gone, Rodri just holds. Yeah. And they end up with a free at the back and a Rodri sitting there or whoever sitting in front, who's about, and they cover. They've worked it all out. So Porro gets covered. Do you know what I mean? Properly. Whereas we haven't really worked it out. We had the stage when Paulinho was playing that if Porro pushed on, you'd have Paulinho and he'd sit. Do you know what I mean? Just in front, or he'd go in as another centre back. But listen,
Spain, I will admit, I watched quite a few of the Spain games in the World Cup, and they have worked out how to get the best out of Porro. Well, the whole team, basically, Spain are like a machine. Spain are a machine. And they've
the players
that they've got, all the talented players they've got, because they have got some talented players, but they've worked out. And Porro was on fire in the World Cup.
Yeah. Played really well. Yeah, because he was allowed to, what's the word? He was allowed to express what he's good at. There you go. I got the word out. I finally got a word out that I wanted to say. Yeah, go on.
Also, he's in a better team as well, isn't he? So,
of course, with better players. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I agree. Morning to Joe. Hope you're well, Joe.
Big up.
This morning, big up.
Joe.
And Kate, as always, there you go. Makes her day. Kate, if it makes your day, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm
if you can help just one person, in the world,
there you go.
Just do it.
Go. Yeah. Go on, mate.
I was going to say, sorry, even Spence looked good in the World Cup, and I think Spence is a good player. But when I saw him in the World Cup, I was thinking, who the hell is this player?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. I'm really Futures. I'm just pointing out that he can play across the front. I don't know what his stats are for scoring goals. I had a comparison yesterday between Richie and Solanke, Richie and Gakpo.
I had that sent to me as well, mate.
I sent that to you. Yeah, right.
Oh, you must. Yes, you did. I take everything back that someone sent me. Here I am saying someone sent me this, and it was the boss.
You know how it is, people. You know how it is. I say no.
There's no respect, is there, mate?
No, but you know they put, like Mark said, they put the thing you would never believe in a million years that it probably turned out that Richie looks a bit better than Gakpo on stats.
Yeah, but then again, mate.
Yeah,
you sent me that, and I answered you. You must have been up the allotment because I didn't get an answer for.
Yeah, well, your answer was fuck him. Then don't want him.
Yeah, well, we can't say what we WhatsApp each other.
It's just like
no, but I saw something on Sky Sports.
Yeah,
only like a couple hours later, and you looked at the stats that Sky Sports produced, and you'd think he was Messi. And so it just goes to show I don't believe none of that stat shit, all them little diagrams and fucking squares and all that. I don't believe none of it.
Mark's an eyes user. There
you
go.
Use these.
We're all old school, you see.
Yeah.
We're all old school.
Yeah.
All this stats shit, right?
Yeah.
I've tried to get into it, don't get me wrong, right? But when you bring up a comparison from Richie, just take away that he's a Tottenham player, people, just for a minute, right? If you go, well, there's Richie, and there's Cody Gakpo at Liverpool, and it marginally works out that you would say, if you didn't know any better, that Richarlison was a better player overall than Gakpo. But then Mark's seen different stats on Sky Sports that make Gakpo look wonderful.
Yeah, exactly, mate. They can be skewed, mate. I refuse to look any of those graph things. Any of that send out to me is going to be deleted.
I know who I'd rather have out of the two.
Well, I think
it's simple, really, isn't it?
Richarlison, fourth striker, he's only scored 13 goals. His most tally in a season. That's for Everton. I mean, his goal scoring record for a striker is shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, but even so, that's 13, whatever it is probably still better than Gakpo. Gakpo's highest is single figures, I think.
Yeah,
if you believe that nonsense I was saying.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, guys. All right. I would say that probably Richie took a lot of penalties at Everton, and Gakpo didn't take penalties for Liverpool. Salah did. So the figures are slightly skewed anyway, aren't they?
Well, you can skew figures. You can work them into whatever argument you're having. You can get figures and you can skew them. You can only bring certain categories up that make you win the argument. Anyone sends me any of that nonsense anymore, it's just being scrolled past.
Absolutely. I mean, also as well, a lot of the teams that Liverpool will play have low blocks, unlike Spurs. Same as my old mate Savas always says, when people play for Man City, 9 times out of 10 the teams they play against are low blocks, so the figures are slightly skewed.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Yeah, you have to take everything into account at the end of the day. There's no point. It's right, isn't it? It is right.
I mean, all these stupid figures are put up as facts. But it's like you said, Matt, if you delve into it and have a little sensible thought about it, it's all a load of rubbish.
Agreed.
Well,
go on.
That
comment there, sorry. Check out comment there from Jane. Yeah, I've heard that West Ham are after Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, would you sell
I've
him?
read this.
You selling Solomon to West Ham?
Yeah.
20 mil, whatever.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
Apparently he's been our best player in pre-season money.
Well, he's
That's what I'm
been
hearing.
right. But then again, it's like I said this on several shows that I've been on. There's always one or two of the youngsters. There's look, stop putting me off. Stop putting me off.
Sorry.
There's always one or two of these youngsters that always look like they're the next coming of Glenn Hoddle and Gaza and insert any name, and you don't see them. And you don't see them during the season. There's always one.
There's that what's that player? Is it Rio something? Rio?
Well, he's going on loan somewhere, isn't he?
He almost scored a brilliant goal, didn't he? Against
Kyra Martin.
Yeah.
He's the one that burst forward and hit the bar.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll just bring this up. Look at this. Look. Mr. T. This geezer down here. See?
Mark Army.
Member for 7 months. Thank you very much, Mark.
President of the Mark Army.
President. Yeah, he is the president.
I believe you were one of the first ones to ever put it in there, because we all used to put it in there on shows that we was watching. Hashtag Mark Army.
Yeah.
Because there was always, how that started, there was always a thing about fills, wasn't there? There was a lot of fills.
There was loads of fills, yeah.
And then I believe it was you, Mr. Taylor, that said, hang on a minute, there's a lot of marks about as well.
I think I did.
Yeah.
That was it, yeah.
See, I'm not that senile. I can remember something.
Thank you very much, Mark. Really appreciate it, mate. Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
Tom Kingham's in. Big up, Tom. Morning to you, mate.
Up,
Hope you're well this morning. Hope you're well. Scott says, what are we doing this window? It's gone flat as a pancake. Now, on this little subject here, sorry if I haven't got to everyone yet in the chat, because I think comments like this are important, right? Scott says, what are we doing? This window has gone flat as a pancake. Now, I want to ask Mark and Anthony, what would you put this down to? Is this a case of Enoch doing what Enoch always do? Or is it just a case of where attackers are, like Mark says, what was the word you used, Mark?
A just short word is there's a shortage.
There's not many attackers as such, right? And we're struggling, it looks like, to get a left winger in. Where are you at with the window so far up to now? Because we've gone 2 weeks, and it's just interest, rumours, big bombers coming out now, all that sort of stuff, right? How are you two feeling about the window? Whoever wants to go first.
I'm very frustrated with the window. I was like loving it. I was like, Enoch are changing all this stuff, and now I'm like gone a bit like flat and stuff. But I do believe there's stuff going on in the background. But maybe clubs. I've heard Liverpool don't want to sell Gakpo, Savinho. So I think the other clubs, for the teams the players we're going after, I think the other clubs are the ones that's causing the issue for us not getting the players. So I do expect a couple more signs. I still think it will happen. I just think we need to be a bit patient. That's it, really.
Yeah. What's that? Who's that? What are you doing?
No, Jane. Come and see me tomorrow. I'll be at the coffee company.
Oh, right. I wondered what you was doing then. I thought, what's he doing? Yeah, Jane. Jane, yeah. Ben's moved the coffee company down into Loughton now. And
it is. As far as I can Google, I've Googled the address. It's number 3, Forest Road.
Where was the last one?
Woodford.
Yeah, Woodford.
It's only a couple of stops on the old Central line.
Yeah. But there you go. Is what it is. There you go, Jane. Well, Sheriff, he'll be about. I'm sure you can, if you're about tomorrow in the WhatsApp group, let him know. And there you go from there.
Or you WhatsApp me directly.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course you can. Scott says we've still got shitloads to do. Mark, on this subject, we've heard from Anthony. Where are you at with it? Are you being, and I'm not being rude, Mark, one of the elder statesmen, if you like myself and the Sheriff?
Yeah.
Been there, seen it, done it, got the T-shirt type of fella, if you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you at with it, Mark?
I've got the T-shirt upstairs, mate.
Well, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I would have started with the front and then worked backwards. I've said this before. I would have got the attackers in first because I thought that was the main priority of what I saw last season, that we didn't have very good forwards. The signings we've made so far have been good, but none of them have been from a top club. Few have been freebies. Newcastle, a club in turmoil, same with West Ham. When do we ever buy players from City and Liverpool? And we're not looking abroad, by the way, either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Interesting. Go on.
I think Senesi's a top signing now. I know he's a free transfer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he is a top signing.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. What are both your thoughts on Andy Robertson? Because he has been getting a bit of stick. Now, don't get me wrong. I am one of these of the opinion of he's probably past his best, right? I think he's lost his legs a little bit, maybe. I still think he's got all the nous for where to be positionally, all that sort of stuff. But I think, like we used to say about Sonny a bit, where we'd lost half a yard or a yard. Where are you with the Andy Robertson coming in? Because it looks like he's going to be predominantly the left back at the club, I would say, anyway.
It depends if the other useless git can get fit. To be honest, doesn't it?
That's why I said predominantly.
Yeah.
But Mark, where are you at with it? Where are you at with it, mate?
All depends what he was brought in for. I think if he's here to model sort of Udogie and maybe Mickey into a left back, maybe be here for consistently for half a season, sort of teach them along the way, it probably ain't a bad move. But I don't know. Obviously, time will tell. But yeah, I'm 50-50 with it, let's say.
Yeah. Is the for you, Mark, what is it that gives you the doubt? Is it the fact that Enoch don't do what they say they're going to do? Or is it the fact of you're looking at it and you're thinking, Jesus, 3 weeks to go, we ain't got the forwards yet. What's going on? It's like, who are we going to get now? Because there's not a dearth of, the level of striker that Tottenham want to bring in.
Yeah, I'm like, we've been down this before. Last minute buys, panic. Mwani's on loan. Simmons in too late. It's got to happen this week because there's 2 or 3 more friendlies. Then obviously, you build up really hard to build up the season. It has to get in this week, and it has to be a decent player or a bomber. It can't be just Fred Bloggs down the road for 10 million or who doesn't want to be at the club and comes here. Whether it's Torres, whether it's Gappo, or Osimhen, it's got to be a quality player. Because what's the point of going defenders, midfielders, quality, and then leave the attack rubbish? To be honest.
Go on, Sheriff. What was you going to say?
No, nothing, Matt. But I agree with the fact that I believe. Look.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that, mate.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I meant to go past that one. Yeah, carry on, Sheriff.
Right, now, I would have thought, everyone that's watched Tottenham knows that our attack or our forward play is non-existent. It doesn't exist, right? When you get like Van de Ven, Romero, Matey that's gone back, wherever he come from, Portugal,
Paulinho,
that's him. When you get them banging the goals in to keep us in the league, that tells you a lot about Tottenham. So I am very surprised that we never started with the attack because the defense Romero's leaving. We all know that, but with Romero and Van der Ven, the defence was almost sort of sorted. As long as you can keep them both fit. You know, I'm not complaining the signings they brought in whatsoever, but I would have started with the attack. I would have said, right, there's our main problem. Put it this way, if you've got 2 leaks in a pipe and one's pissing out and the other one's just drip, 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 you sort the one that's pissing out first. You know what I mean? You don't mess about wrapping tape around the one that's just dripping a little bit. You know, I mean, but it is what it is. It could be that there's not the wealth of strikers about or forward players.
Yeah.
Trouble is, if we went for the attack first, the players that were available in defence might have not been available when we went for them. Like Van Heck, Chelsea were after Van Heck, weren't they? And Senesi was a free transfer, so
Yeah.
he might have gone. He might have gone elsewhere. So if we messed about with that aspect, so you can either look at it both ways, really, can't you? Like, the strikers we're going for, probably not gettable or whatever. But if we not messed out the fence, they might have not been gettable because they might have gone to other clubs.
Listen, it's controversial, and at the end of the day, they've done it the other way. Like you say, Mark, if it was you, you'd have gone the other way.
Well, it's obvious. To me, it's blatantly obvious where the weakness is in our team. Surely,
I think it's all over, to be honest.
Well, no, hang on. But
it's a lot better now. It's a lot better now than it was.
Yeah. Well, the defence wasn't too bad, was it? I mean, it was all right. Yes, it could have done with improvements, but everybody knows that going forward, we're like hopeless, really. When you got defenders and DMs and that scoring the goals to keep you in the league, then it don't take a rocket scientist to work out.
Trouble is,
like, there's your problem.
Our defenders were up there trying to score the goals because our tackles were so useless. They were leaving gaps at the back.
So there's your problem. Exactly.
Yeah. I'll call him waffles. Don't. It's waffleless is the yeah. Anyway, this is a good point as well. Savinio, Gakpo, Marmoush. Where we are now, I know we've been talking about bombers and stuff, but with 4 weeks of the window, 4 weeks till the first game, 3 weeks of the window to go.
Well, it's less than 19 days.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks, whatever it is. 2 weeks on Saturday. Let's put it like that. Would you be taking these 3? Would these 3 and these 3 would be like, these are the 3 you're going to have, and this is it. You know, for me, yeah, we all want better. Don't get me wrong, we all want better, but we've also discussed there's steps to this ladder, right? It'll be great to go and get an Osherman, don't get me wrong. The first thing he's going to say is, who's feeding me then?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a young lad, Tell, that we got in from Bayern Munich.
Yeah. And we still got Solomon lurking about.
Yeah, if Kudos ain't fit, we've got Manor Solomon on the right to feed you. He's just going to laugh, isn't he? I'm not being rude, but he is, isn't he?
To be honest, he's going to have to do a Danny Rose and Google all of them.
Well, there you go. There you go. But I'd take all 3 of them, mate. To be honest with you, I would.
Would you think? Do you think Mamouche would be a bomber?
No.
Now, some people are saying he would, and I've heard some people say Mamouche would be a bomber, but Gakpo wouldn't.
To be quite honest with you, Anthony, you know, and I know we all like the bomber thing, and it's great to get all these players that are at the top of the tree, right? I get all that, yeah. And if they're going for that, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. And if it takes a bit longer, that's fine, right? But I'm just sick and tired, right, of getting so far. This just reminds me of so many times, yeah, in a different way, not buying 6 in like we have and as quick as we did, yeah, but at the moment we've got like 2/3 of a team. Yeah. That's the way I look at it, right? Because to me, none of them that are up front, yeah, if we're talking about getting into the Champions League next season, or at least into the top 6, are good enough. None of them are good enough. So my point is, even if you went and got another left winger, and you did go and get 2 strikers, and you did go and get another right winger because of Kudos's injuries, and then you're looking at, you need a number 10 as well, because we ain't got one that's fit.
What's happened to Madison? Is he injured again?
Injured again.
As I've said on a few shows, I wouldn't be upset if Madison was sold. I know it sounds harsh, but like, he's made of glass, or he could be made of glass.
Mark, before you continue, can I just say, I want to sort of caveat my last point a little bit, just by saying that I don't even know how to put it now. Carry on, Mark. I'll come back to you. My head's gone blank. Go on.
Anyway,
carry on.
Let's bring in the troublemaker.
Don't know what you mean.
The troublemaker. No, it's not you. Well, it is one Dan, but it's the one directly below me. Here's the main troublemaker. How are you, Mr. Kuriaku?
I'm good. How are you, Mark?
Which Mark?
Good, my man.
Well,
Yeah,
the one who asked me the question. How is Sheriff?
Good, my man. I'm all
Are you
good,
sure?
my man.
Are you sure?
Don't do it, Danny.
What have I done?
Don't do it, Danny.
No, I know there's some answer.
No, it's just you need to sort out your girl. Sort her out, man. Sort out Viv. She needs her Sheriff breakfast.
It's not much of a breakfast. All I'm saying.
and that came from him. He said it himself.
I believe she's been on a hunger. You just want to put her on a hunger strike.
She's been on a sheriff strike.
Yeah, listen. Viv, sort it out. Start spending some money. You are getting right on my tits now. I'm telling you.
She's getting on everyone's tits right now.
Let me welcome you both in. DK, big up to you, mate.
Big up.
Danalist, big up to you, mate. Thanks for
Morning,
both
Dan.
jumping.
How are you, sir?
Morning.
Yes.
Morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
good
can
stuff.
hear you,
Good
Dan.
stuff. Big up chat.
There we go.
I was gonna say with the transfers and stuff like this.
Go on, Dan.
You know, I've been saying lately that Oshiman I don't think would come because of the wages, right?
Yeah.
I think I might have changed my opinion on it just
Ooh.
based on new information.
Ooh.
And it's not to say that he will come to Spurs, but I think that if Spurs were to actually go for him, I know Dan E has been saying this, right? I'm actually starting to agree with what he was saying, which if you put the money forward for him, I think there's a big chance of that we could get him. And the reason I say that is because I've just seen some. And now I don't know if you guys remember, but 2 years ago, before he went to Galatasaray, he was I think PSG were in talks and Chelsea were actually officially in talks with him and were negotiating to sign him. So everyone thought that he was going to sign for Chelsea, right? He ended up not going to Chelsea, and I think that was probably because of the wages that he wanted, and obviously Galatasaray could offer him more money, right? So he obviously went for the money. Now he has had a couple of years there earning those kind of wages. He has always maintained the stance, and I've watched a couple of interviews from him. I think they were just before he left Napoli, right? And he was saying that his dream one day is to play in the Premier League, right? So if that is still the case, then I think we have a massive chance of getting him. Now, reports obviously have said that Galatasaray wants £65 million and Tottenham haven't offered yet or something like this, but obviously there's multiple reports. I was reading an article by The Guardian yesterday, and they're saying that they haven't opened talks yet, but Tottenham want to start talks at around 55 million, and they want 65 million. Now, if that is true, obviously we don't know if that's true or not. If it is true, I think Tottenham should just hurry up and sort it out because I think he would completely transform us From an
65
attacking.
million's cheap, isn't it? For a top striker, 65 million's cheap.
It is, but again, he would be like to bring someone like Osimhen in. You're gonna have to be paying. It depends on if he's willing to negotiate on his contract. Now, the Guardian is saying, right, that he would be willing to. He's interested in the move to Spurs purely because obviously he wants to play in the Premier League and it's a good opportunity. And the other thing that the article was saying was that apparently that personal terms wouldn't be too much of an issue for him, right? Now, if that is true, I think that he'd probably be if Spurs were to go for him, he'd probably be the highest earner. But also, I do think that, like Dan has always kind of maintained with even someone like Osimhen, if you don't try, you're never gonna know, right? You're never gonna know. So,
Big
I think.
signing on for you or something, Dan, maybe.
Well, they've got multiple revenue streams that they could offer him, like bonuses. Like if you finish in the top four, if you win a trophy, or if you win the Premier League, you get a bonus, or top goal scorer
Free
bonus, or all this.
skywalks. Free
Yeah,
skywalks, free go-kart runs.
but the thing is, there is an opportunity if Spurs want to go that way, and the opportunity is because it does seem that, well, unless, like I said, unless he's changed his mind and he doesn't care about coming to the Premier League anymore. But he's 27 now, going on 28 by the end of the year.
This is
So
the time.
this
Yeah.
is going to be the time if he's gonna move, because if he wants to still play at a high level with himself in a Premier League, he's got to move now, really. Otherwise, the later it gets, the less opportunity he's going to have. So it's up to him.
He's going to want half a million a week, isn't he? I heard.
I don't think it's going to be that, because if it
No.
is that, he'll price himself out of a move from everyone. Like, no one in the Premier League right now is going to pay Victor Osimhen more than what Haaland's on. Like, it's just not going to happen.
The question I have, guys, and it makes sense. Of course, we'd all take him, right? But
Yeah.
why haven't they done it yet? He's been there. We know he's there. We know a good player he is. Why haven't Spurs got him in weeks ago or started the conversations? Like, there's this bomber, what they keep going on about. We don't know who it is. Gakpo's definitely not a bomber in my opinion. So I don't know what the club waiting for. Pre-season started. We need to get going. We need the players in. And I think they're working on somebody we don't know. And I don't think it is Osimhen. I don't think so.
I reckon it's Darwin Núñez.
No.
Oh,
He's not
no.
big name, no.
Oh,
It's Dan's right. It's hard to know who it is, because the report, reports are conflicting. Some are saying that it's a player that we haven't heard the name of, right? And some are saying, and then I know that Ali Gold initially, when he first reported it, was saying that it's a player that Spurs want to try and keep under wraps to get it done, because they run there's the risk that other clubs might come in for him.
Yeah.
Now, who that could be, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say, but I think the reason why they haven't gone for Osimhen is because, I think anyway, number one is probably the wages, but it seems to be that the transfer strategy this window is to go for Premier League proven players, and we were having this discussion on Tottenham away last night,
Yeah.
and I think when you look at look at where we finished in the last 2 years, and obviously last season where we were one game away from getting relegated.
Yeah.
I think the worriedness of the Tottenham hierarchy is that they don't want to be in that position again, and they probably feel as a club, as a collective agreement, that in order to not repeat the same mistakes, you need to have players that they know they can play, they can trust, right? And who are proven in the Premier League. And of course, Savino's not proven from a goal scoring perspective, but he's proven as a quality player in the Premier League, right? In terms of his ability. And Gakpo is obviously a proven player, right? Now, if it was me, I'd go for someone like a Gakpo and a Osimhen. I think them two would be absolute top tier summer window if we were to get two players like that, because you're guaranteeing goals. Now, obviously, the risk is more of a risk of Osimhen purely because he has played in a lower league than Italy, even though he still scored lots of goals in the Champions League and stuff. It is a different league, so the risk is can he perform at that level in the Premier League? I believe he can because of his physical attributes, but we have seen it before. We've seen some of the best players on the planet come to the Premier League and look shit. And the biggest player I remember from recent years, who came to the Premier League, who was just a world-class striker and didn't really do it in the Premier League, was Andrei Shevchenko, if anyone remembers, when he came to Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Andrei Shevchenko was like the best striker on the planet, and he came to Chelsea and he couldn't hack it because he couldn't do it in the Premier League. And some players just can't do it. But with
The thing is,
Osimhen,
though,
I believe he can. But
the thing is, a lot of players, most of the Premier League is foreign players, so there's obviously a lot of players that can't do it, but there's a lot of players that can do it, and I think you just need to take that chance, don't you, with a lot of players, because you never know. Osimhen might be might not hack it, but until they take that chance on the player, we're never gonna know, are we?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Tottenham might not want to risk going for non-Premier League players, but there's also a risk in that because if they don't get the targets they want in the Premier League and they leave it too long, then they run a risk of missing out on other players that they can get from other leagues. Because the longer they leave it, because you've got to remember it's a buyers and sellers market, right? So a lot of the top clubs, like the Liverpools, the Man Cities, all these clubs that we want to buy players from, they don't need to sell, right? They're not in a position where they need to sell, or whether they want what they want, and they'll only sell if they've got another option coming in, right, as a replacement, because they don't need the money, right? They just need the replacement. They need someone who can give them the same as what they're losing. So if they believe that if they believe that they can't get a replacement who's good enough, then we're not going to be able to get those players. And that's just how it works when you go buy from the bigger clubs. You could offer what they want, right? But even if you offer what those teams want, they'll still say, well, look, you've given us what we want for the money. You've given us what we want in terms of terms, but we're not going to action it until we get someone else in. And the problem is, you run that's a gamble in itself, because if we wait 3 weeks and then on the last week of the transfer window those two clubs turn around and say Gakpo and Savini, now we're not going to sell him now, right? Then what do we do? We've lost that, and then we've got a week to basically, or 2 weeks to basically go and try and sign someone else. And then when you're trying to buy from other clubs, they might say, well, look, we can't sell now because we're not going to have time to get a replacement in. So it's a gamble in both perspectives. So Spurs really need to have someone signed this week. They need to have one player signed this week, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And if they don't, they have to start looking. I think they have to start looking at broader options, because they're going to need someone who can score goals, and if it means taking a risk on like an El Mala or whoever it is, I think outside the league they have to, because I just can't. For me personally, I don't want to see Tottenham take that gamble of waiting and waiting and waiting for Liverpool and Man City to make up their mind, right, or to action it, because there also is that risk that they won't, and if they don't, then it fucks us over, and we'll be in the same situation we were in the end of last season. The end of the summer window last year, where we had to scramble around and we end up getting fucking Muwani, and I don't want to be in that position again.
Yeah, look, we also, on top of that, we need a top class curator as well.
Yes,
Because
yeah,
Madison, we can't rely on. He's injured
glass.
again. He's injured again. He ain't even played.
Yeah.
This is the worry for me. So, who's going to be creating the goals in that team
Yeah.
right now? Who's going to be assisting someone like an Osimhen?
I think Fernandes is going to play that position.
Fernandes? What, number 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that?
possibly.
I think in the other game he played 10. Conor Gallagher played in the 8 on the double pivot. Personally, I think they might push Fernandes in there because obviously there's nobody else. And to be honest, we've tried Conor Gallagher in a 10. It doesn't work. But my question for you guys is, why don't Spurs go for a Guirassy, somebody like that, get them in now, and also go for Victor Osimhen? Get someone like Guirassy in now, who's a proven goal scorer, and then go for someone like, at least you've got one person in, definite, then go for Osimhen, because at the moment we've got nobody in.
Yeah, this is it. I don't have this excuse that there's no players available.
No.
There's so many players we could get. I know it's tough. I know it's hard and we have to spend a lot of money. But if the club are serious like they have been so far in this window, why don't they just finish it off? Get it all done. get it all done for the season and relieve some of our worries that we have, because we're all here every show, every stream, every day. Where are the attackers? Where are the attackers? What's going on?
Yeah.
That one's not good enough. This one's good enough. At the end of the day, whoever De Zerbi wants to bring in, we just have to go with it, because it's going to be on him, isn't it, to get the best out of these players. Say it is a Gakpo. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's an easy one to do. And then people were saying, they're looking at his stats and comparing him to Richarlison. It's crazy, isn't it? I heard what you said, Sheriff, a little bit earlier, isn't it? The stats can make a player look like a donkey.
Look,
It made me laugh.
Slipper's dream here. Look, I've just literally found this comment.
There you go.
It's funny. It made me laugh at that. So look, Spurs have got a bit to do still. We're not ready. We're nowhere near ready. And I don't think it's going to be a particularly fast start for Spurs. I think it's going to be a slow start, because we haven't seen our first team on the pitch pre-season. We've had some games, but it's been mishmash. We've got 3 pre-season games to go. 2 are behind closed doors. 1's in the stadium. Like when are these players gelling? It's going to take time. We haven't got the attackers in, so I do expect a slow start to the season. Maybe we'll build into some kind of form and some consistency, but I don't expect this Spurs team to hit the ground running.
Fair play, Dan. Fair play.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've just seen Sky Sports have just come up with Inter Milan need to sell before they buy. So obviously the Christian Romero deal could be on hold because they need to sell before they buy.
Well, unless they've got someone there that
We can
maybe in a little swap deal or something, and a bit of cash or
There's
whatever.
also some other news as well, actually, from the Athletic. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they're saying Spurs are in actual club-to-club talks with West Ham for the permanent transfer of Solomon.
Yeah.
Get rid of
Someone did
earlier,
mention Solomon earlier, yeah.
Get him gone.
So
How much?
I know get him gone, right? I know get him gone, but do you know what the problem is? It's another winger that we're losing. We haven't got another winger. So I know we need to get him gone, but right now I'd take Solomon over anyone else who we've got, because he's the only option.
No, he's not going to be in the plans, Danny, is he? But we got to be honest. We need another right winger as well. But this is what I mean. Fans expect everything is going to be perfect in one window. It's going to take multiple windows to get this squad up to scratch, and it's not going to be perfect. It's we're going to have struggles next season. Injuries and everything. This is what I mean when people are putting predictions of must be top 5 with this level of spending. We needed to spend this level of spending to get us back to being competitive again.
We ain't got there yet, though.
I've said this. I've said this and said this. The way Enoch have run the club for 26 years, and the way they put us behind the black ball, the 8 ball, whatever ball you want to, they had to spend this to get us out of shit. Last year scared the living daylights out of them when we nearly got relegated, and they thought never again. But it's only their doing. It's your doing, Enoch. Now you got.
The problem is, Mark. The problem is, we've bought 2 players for the best part of 200 million quid, 185 million quid, whatever it is, right? And I think now everyone expects us to go and get every player that's 80 million, 100 million, 100 million. It doesn't have to work like that.
No.
There are players out there that are good players that are available for a lot less than 80 million quid. Don't get me wrong. I'm like everyone. I'd like them to go and spend, but go and get the best everywhere. But they ain't going to do it. They're leaving it late. I believe they'll get a forward in, but there's no way they're getting a left winger, which I want, 2 forwards, which I want, a right winger, which we need, because there was a question in the chat earlier about Kudos. He's not available at the moment. They're hoping he's going to be available for the start of the season. So,
and there was another one. So it was 400 odd days, 450 days since Kulu picked up a knock.
Yeah, it was a knock. Yeah.
There you go.
We need cover in midfield as well. We need to shift out Sarr.
Yeah.
We need another one in central midfield if for Fernandez or I know we got Bentancur. Tonali get injured. We need strength in depth. It's going to take some windows to get this squad up to scratch. I don't expect it all to be done in one window. I think that's madness.
Isn't that well, we said this right at the beginning. When we started making all these signings, it was bombers day after day. We wouldn't expect them to get it all done in one window is impossible.
No.
But at least make a bloody good hack of it.
They're struggling to get players out. They're clearly struggling.
Do you know, I read something this morning. Someone can put me straight if it's wrong. I thought it was 36 players that were currently available, to be named in the 25-man squad as such. I've read a stat this morning. It's not 36, it's 41. 41 players in this squad that's going to play one game a week. There's millions and millions sitting there, that need to be shipped out. Right? And then apparently, before that, we've got all this money. So what are we waiting for?
Why isn't Yang and people like that already on loan? I don't get that. 3 weeks before, I don't know when the championship starts, but it must start soon. Why aren't these people already on loan?
No one wants them, Mark. This is the problem, isn't it? It's a struggle to get rid of them. They're dead wood. Shifting to dead wood. Nobody wants these players.
No.
They're terrible. Someone will take him in the end, but you can see it's a struggle to get these out. Sarr, what's going on with Sarr? Is he staying? Is he going?
I've heard links with Villa with Sarr, and I'm like, why would Villa want him?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
But teams like Villa and Newcastle, I think, are really struggling because they've just basically been raided.
I think Newcastle will be down near the bottom next season.
Yeah,
fighting relegation.
But I've got a good manager coming in here, Newcastle. Talented manager.
I put that in Snell's chat last night.
They've got a good. He's supposed to be a good manager. This guy.
I've never heard of him. Have you?
Yeah, I know. But if you look into what he's done, he's plays good football. He wins things. I'm not saying it'll be 100%.
He's not done over, is he?
Huh?
He's young himself. He's only 38 apparently.
Well, he could go away, but I don't think we could just write them off just like that. Let's see what plays. They're going to get some players in before the start of the window, before the start of the season.
Yeah, the route they're going down is like what we've been down in the past. They're signing youngsters and hoping
they're not going to be. They're not going to be amazing. I get you, but don't just write off a manager because he might do all right.
He might do all right, but he also might do trap as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm leaning more towards that.
This is people are forgetting about this bloke as well. He's still available,
Well,
no, he's not a bomber.
He's about my age, isn't he?
Mark, he's still a very good player, Mark.
He is, but he's not a bomber in that case, though, is he? Salah's not a bomber.
No, that's not happening.
No, that's not with the money he wants and going off to Saudi or wherever he wants now.
I thought he'd signed for a Saudi club.
Yeah.
Perhaps he has. I don't know. Perhaps he has. I'm losing the will to live, guys. It's shocking, isn't it? I'm just so sceptical of this football club. I'm so sceptical of them, and I know that they're probably going to get a forward in. But what bothers me is, are we just going to be going down the road of buying another Richie or another Solanke?
Yeah.
Well, they can't make them mistakes, can they?
No.
They can't get rid of Richarlison. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to see as last year. And then, this is the problem, isn't it? We can't get rid of players. So they're trying. I'm sure they're it's not happening, is it? We're not getting buyers for these players.
Richie might want to stay, and I don't blame him for wanting to stay, but we've just got to be ruthless and say, I'm sorry, you're not part of the plan, see you later.
Well, Anthony, this is what I hope. If we do get a couple of attackers in, he's going to go down the pecking order, and then he might have to make a decision. And I'm not going to get game time, then let's see if he can get a move.
I think Sheriff was saying something earlier on about it. I kind of agree. I think at this moment in time, I'd actually prefer Richarlison than Solanke at the point now.
Yeah, Solanke came on the other night and he was absolutely useless.
Yeah, he's not fully fit, is he, Solanke? This is the problem with Solanke. He's not fully fit. Richarlison scored goals. Yeah, I know.
Neither of them ever going to be really fit.
That's it. That's the whole question marks on them, both of them. But Richarlison, he has scored a couple of goals pre-season. So when Danny says, I'd rather keep him or get him to start, I get that. But we all know he's not going to be it, is it, for the season? When you want to start this new project or whatever under De Zerbi, we need goal scorers, we need better players. And unfortunately, Richarlison, Solanke are not it. We need to move away from them. But again, we need players in the squad. We can't have nobody on the bench. So, it's a lot to do.
Thing is, Richarlison, I said this earlier, Richarlison, he always starts off well under a new manager. He scores a few goals in pre-season, starts off the season well, and then the real Richarlison comes out. After the transfer window's passed.
Yeah, we've been here before with him. We all know he needs to move on, but they just can't get rid of him. That's the problem.
Is if they wanted to get rid of him that bad, that they could pay him up to go? Is that an option?
But he's likable, isn't he? That everyone likes him. The players like him.
Yeah.
De Zerbi said he likes him. He's a
Hey,
likable character.
Anthony, I'm sorry, right? Listen, I don't give a shit how
I know,
likable he is.
I
It's
agree,
can
I
he play
agree.
football? No, he
I agree.
fucking can't.
I'm just saying that from their
Everyone
point of view,
knows. Why is he still there? It's
I
madness.
agree, mate. I agree.
He don't want to
We can
leave.
ask
He
him these
doesn't leave. No
questions.
one's buying him. No one's offering him. No, there's no offers is there, for him. No one
And
wants him.
that's
He's
what I
not
just
good
said
enough.
about the contract.
About the only club I could see having Richie is Everton.
Yeah.
Everton.
Give him away for free. Get rid of him that way.
Boots out.
What about Al Nazir in
2 for
Ange's
1.
team? For no other.
Force him out. Force him out somehow.
So, yeah, man, come on, we've got to move on from this geezer. Danny K, what do you think about it, Richarlison? I know you've just said about if you could keep one or the other, it'd probably be Richarlison, right? But we all know they're not going to get rid of Solanke yet because no one's bidding 40 million for Solanke to square that one off.
Yeah,
right.
It's a difficult situation because the problem is last season Richarlison was our top scorer, right? Yeah. And we're struggling to. What's that?
9. Let's get that in there.
Yeah, but he was still our top scorer, right? And we're trying to add goal scorers, not take away the goal scorers who we actually have. And if you get rid of the goal scorers, then you're creating more and more of a problem. So, in the eyes of, if I was a manager, right, I'd be saying to the board, like, I'm not getting rid of these players until you can bring me in replacements who can score goals. And if you can't do that, then I'm going to keep him, right? What I'd be, if I was De Zerbi right now, I'd be saying I need at least 2 or 3 attackers, right? And then we can decide what we're going to do with those players. Because as it stands right now, I wouldn't get rid of Richie or Solanke purely on the basis that you especially Richarlison, you don't want to get rid of players who can score goals. And as much as we all hate Richarlison, unfortunately, he has scored goals for us. And I'm sure that if he was to stay, he would also score goals again, right? It might not be the amount of goals that we want, but yeah, look, I think it's a difficult situation because if we were to get rid of Richarlison with no one else coming in, now look at that situation and then tell me that you're not more worried.
Yeah, you're right. You're making sense, Danny. I totally agree with you. And I think there's question. The thing is with our whole forward line, any attacking midfielder, any forward player, I say kudos, maybe not. Everyone else, there's question marks over, and that's what we're going to be going into the season with. So it's a worry.
Yeah, it's a worrying position. Like because I don't think anyone here wants Richarlison or Solanke at this football club. But it seems that Solanke is the guy that De Zerbi wants. Now, the problem with that is that obviously he's probably more injury prone than Richarlison at the moment, right? And he's obviously, we don't know if we're going to get a fit Solanke. Because if we get a fit Solanke, I reckon he scores more goals than Richarlison does, right? In my opinion. But that's the issue, is that we don't know if he's going to be able to stay fit for the season. Whereas Richarlison, we know that he has injuries during the season, but at least he will give you some form of output. And let's be honest, from a substitute bench, Richarlison is a good option to have, right? Because when he has come on last season, I think in at least 4 or 5 games he's scored a goal, right? Which has been a vital goal. So there is that element to it as well. You need players who can come off the bench and make an impact. And I just don't think we're going to get 4 or 5 attackers this window. It's not going to happen. 2 or 3 is the maximum. It's the minimum for me, but I think it's the maximum for the club.
In my opinion, that's why we should have gone for a Morgan Gibbs White, because we needed goals, and he can play in the 10 and the 8.
We might still go for Morgan Gibbs White. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
I'm hearing
fantastic.
Stories we're linked to him again, but whether that's, I mean, they want Bergvall, don't they? So maybe
that was what I was going to say. You know, if you can offload Bergvall, And how much are Forest going to want for Morgan Gibbs-White with Bergvall thrown in a deal? I don't know.
50 million and Birdveld. Do you think I'll take that?
No, I think you're looking at 75. I think it's a lot more.
What,
Yeah.
plus Birdveld, plus a player?
Anderson went for what, 120 odd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bergvall.
What's
they're probably-
Bergvall worth, do you reckon? 40?
50, 40,
He's still
50.
young, isn't he? Between 40 and
I think
say
Tottenham want
45
60.
million.
I think Tottenham want between 50 and 60 million pounds for him. But
What, Bergvall?
yeah. I think that's what they want.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, but look at
That's
the market.
the market now, isn't it?
Yeah, look at the market. That's an average.
Well,
that's
yeah.
an average price for a player of that the potential mark, right? Look at Vuskovic. Vuskovic didn't even play a Premier League game of football, and he's gone for 50
Oh, yeah.
million.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He was 50 million quid, wasn't
Yeah, so Bergvall, who's actually got Premier League experience,
Yeah.
right? If you want to call it that, he's got Premier League experience. He's going to be worth more. So, and I agree with Morgan Gibbs-White. You're looking at what if Tottenham were to rate him, value him at 60 million, you're looking at Spurs paying another 40 odd million on top of that because they're gonna want at least 100 million for him.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get rid of their best goal scorer. When Anderson went for like nearly 120 million pounds, like it's just not gonna happen.
Right,
Well,
now, I'm just going to answer this question. Right?
Yeah.
What about Grealish? Is he in? I wanted him for years. And
I'd
there's
take
another
him.
player I'd take from Man City. Even if Grealish is he back at City now? So I know he went Burnley or something, didn't he?
I don't know where
Trouble
he
is,
is now.
he's another one that gets injured a lot. Doesn't he?
I want
Yeah.
Grealish and I want Foden. Grealish and Foden would be electric. Well, Grealish, I've always said it, he is a Tottenham player. He is. He is a Tottenham. He is a typical Tottenham midfielder. All the flair, all the skill, and to me, so is Foden. Sort of. I'd love both of them.
Why aren't they here then, Sheriff? What's the problem? Why haven't they got him? What are they waiting for?
Foden's
But-
never leaving City, is he?
Yeah.
Foden's just signed a new contract at City, 4-year contract.
I thought
he
he'd
ain't
been
going
frozen out a little bit. I was hoping we were going to make a little cheeky bid for Foden.
Yeah, no, he signed a new 4-year deal
Oh.
at City. Yeah, but Grealish would still be available as far as I know. Just saying.
We had our chance with Grealish when we could have had him for like what was it, 16 million or whatever it was.
Like
No,
5 million.
Um,
It was
5
single.
million,
It was
yeah.
single figures, millions.
how much though?
They wanted 5. Levy offered 2. And the big American owner come in and said, right, if you want him now, it's 50. Something like that.
That's what happened, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aston Villa were bought out
Yeah,
around
by
the time,
Americans.
and all he had to do was give him the 5 million quid. Do you know what I mean? But he didn't rate him at 5 million quid, and he weren't paying 5
He
million
offered
quid.
2, I think. That might have been 20p or something. Who
Two,
knows? with
2.5.
Levy?
Yeah, something like
The,
that.
the club know what they want, guys. They know what they want. They're just playing a waiting game. That's all it is. And we're just all getting so frustrated. They know who they want.
This is a good question from Eddie for all the panel, actually. I'll bring this one up. Eddie says, question, gents. If Romero doesn't leave, will he still be skipper for the coming season?
I can't
No.
see it.
No.
Whoever wants
No,
to
he won't.
go, chime in, give your reasons why, and whatever else. Go on.
Well, he's not
Why
going to
you
start,
go?
is he? He's not going to start. He's signed Van
No.
Heck. He's going to be starting. There's nothing at all to think he's going to stay, isn't he? He's going to get a move. It's done now, isn't it? He said it's De Zerbi said, isn't he? He's not staying. He's moving
So-
on. He had an agreement with him, didn't he? He said, play for me by the end of the season, get us up, keep us up, and then you can have your move that you wish.
You know what made me laugh about that?
Yeah, but if you take us down, you're coming down with me.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what
it.
made me laugh about that comment though? He said about Romero and Vicario, but none of them played for him towards the end of the season.
Played,
So they're
yeah.
both injured.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they had the
He was offended,
conversation
wasn't he?
when he got there, I think. They were available, weren't they, when he got there?
No, Romero weren't. I don't think.
I think he was. You got what happened with Romero? Got injured, right? Didn't he? I can't remember
Yeah.
what game it
Allegedly.
I
Yeah,
don't think
alleged.
he. Oh yeah,
was
he
fit
played
for
one game. It
Argentina's
was,
first
it was
game,
the
though.
Sunderland game. It was the Sunderland. He played one game. It was the
He
Sunderland.
was
game, yeah.
suspended for 4 matches, wasn't he? If
Yeah.
you
Oh,
remember.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was on
Yeah.
that was on the Frank one, it? That was when Frank was.
I thought that was towards the end of the season. He
He
got done.
got injured against Sunderland. Didn't Bobby
Yeah, he
take him
did.
out or something?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right, Anthony.
yeah.
He did.
But conveniently, he was fit for Argentina's first game, and he played every minute in the World Cup.
Well,
I think the point he's trying to make is that Inter Milan have offered a certain amount of money. Well, I've seen 40 billion plus bonuses. Then we see other stuff that's preventing it from happening. Now they're saying they've got to sell before they can buy it.
Isn't that 40 million euros as well?
But yeah, whatever it is, yeah, 40 billion. It will be
The thing
euros,
is,
I suppose.
there's no money in Italy, so that's all they can really do. That's probably what they can afford. So there's not really any money there.
But my question really is, if he was still at the club, if we couldn't sell him, or I suppose he could be loaned out for a season or whatever, I suppose.
Yeah.
But how do it leaves it very difficult if he's still in the squad as such. He was the club captain last year, and he is still at the club because they can't get him out.
New era, Cookie. I say.
I am, man. I'm with you on it. I want him gone, Dan. I don't want him here
It
no
shouldn't
more.
be that hard to say sorry. But, there's talk that you're going out the door. You're not going to now be the captain, even if you stay. I think it's just that's it. New era, new manager. Here we go.
Yeah.
They'll loan him out to Turkey or anything.
Yeah.
They'll do anything to get him out the door. Even if like a year loan out to Turkey, they'll just get rid of him like that. If he can't get a big club.
Or Inter Milan will have will loan him with an obligation to buy for cheaper next year.
And then we're going to be weak at right centre back, then, aren't we? Because Danso can't do it. So then we're going to have a problem there if we lose Van Heck, because Danso's going to come in. He won't be able to do it. So this is what I mean. We need to build this squad. We need to build this squad up. We need another centre back coming in, or promote one of the younger players. I don't know. Danzo's not the answer long term.
What are people's thoughts on like overall on Danzo? Like Dan's just said, for him, he's not the option. He done help to do the job last season. For me, he's just an old school centre half that gets his body in the way, can head a ball. Technically not very good, and trips over the ball quite often. I don't know. You other guys on the panel, what are your thoughts on Danzo? Do you keep him in the squad, or is he one you would get rid of?
He's not going anywhere, is he, Danzo? Yeah, he's not. He's going to be here. So. He's going to play some games. There'll be certain opposition who'll be able to get away with it. But when you're in a top game and you need the best centre backs playing, well, he'll get found out. Because he won't be able to play out the back like how De Zerbi wants. So it's just going to be one of them, really. Will he make a big impact on the side doing well or not? Probably not. But for me, if we are looking to build a real good squad, then Danzo is somebody we'll probably need to move on maybe in a season or two and replace with another centre-back who can do what Van Hecker can do.
The way De Zerbi plays football, Danzo is not.
Yeah,
it's quick passing and it's quick passing.
It's a solid pro. It's just not for us anymore.
It's quick passing and quick movement. Danzo's not that player. Yes, I do like him because he's an old school defender that'd barge you in the crowd, all that sort of stuff. I love all of that.
He's good in the relegation battle, isn't he?
Yeah, he'd sort of fairly kick people, if I can put that in there. Fairly. He's not an old school defender who could break their legs and not even get yellow, but he'd fairly leave someone on one. Or, barge him in the crowd and all that sort of stuff.
He's good in the air, isn't he? He's good in the air. But playing out with the feet's dreadful.
Yeah, he's not technical enough for what Zerbi wants to do, because he wants a quick passing movement, and he's not that. I'm sorry. As much as I do like him, and I do like him.
Harold says, sorry, Harold, if I've butchered that. Romero in a swap to Galatasaray and Osherman deal. They can match current wages he is on.
Yeah, but Osman's transfer fees, Osman's transfer fee will be able to afford anyway, so we don't really need to do a swap.
Yeah, I get that. Brandon says Danzo is as useful as Solanke and Richarlison in a De Zerbi system.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I do like Danzo. He's
Yeah,
one of
he
those
also
old school
adds great
defenders that will
defender.
like kick you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheriff. There's, he's a solid player, but it's just not the system, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No.
He's done well last
Yeah.
season and what he had to do, but he's just not the future, is he? This is it. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you on that one. Listen, getting back to the forwards again, before we wrap up, has anyone got, or does anyone, number one, does anyone believe the Osherman stuff? Number
No.
two, if you had who is your choice now? If you could get someone now, who would it be? I'm going for Darwin Núñez. Whoever wants to go next. His face. His face.
I wouldn't be. I would personally. I'd go Rashford, Savinho, and one more.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
want
If it's Garassi, it's Garassi.
No.
I just think we need somebody.
Can I just ask a question, right? Because
Go on, Dan. Yeah.
I know I've heard Sheriff say it before. Why would you say no to Rashford? Like, that's insane. Rashford
No, it's
is
his
a
attitude,
goal.
mate. It's his attitude.
No, if Rashford comes to Spurs, it's because he's had that conversation with De Zerbi. I don't give a shit about his attitude. I'm fed up of having these all nicey, wokey players. I want a player who's going to come into this team and he's going to guarantee you goals, and Rashford does that with abundance.
No, but to be honest, mate, you know we are coming in. The first thing, when he's dropped for a game or something, the apples will be front, the toys will be out the pram, the apple cart will be tipped over. And from what I've seen,
I don't think so personally, but yeah,
but from
my
what
opinion.
I've seen and what I've heard from mainly Ali Gold, because he's been in New Zealand and Australia, there's like a family feel in the club now. Everyone is together. Everyone's fighting for each other. We don't need players like that. And he's not for me. Let's just put it like that. Rashford is not for me.
I think we're too long in the window to choose now. I don't think we can be that picky.
I don't think he wants to come. Other sort of stuff that he doesn't even want to come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's Billy Big Bollocks. That's what it is. He thinks he's like Lionel Messi.
But
he's like,
you know what I mean?
He's
played for Barcelona. He's played for United. He's probably
Yeah, no, there you go. He's
pushing
Billy
his
Big
nose down at
Bollocks.
us.
He
Turn his
thinks
nose
he's
down.
he thinks he's this big like world beater, best in the world, but to me, he's not. That's only my opinion of him.
Yeah.
Quickly, when you said earlier about signing Darwin Núñez, yeah, we need someone to score goals. He misses a lot of chances, doesn't he?
He does miss a lot of chances. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah. I still think he's better than what we've got.
I know, but there's loads of players better than what we've got, isn't it?
That's been the thing, isn't it? All summer, he's better than what we got, isn't it?
Well,
So just take him. He's better than what we got.
Yeah.
To be honest, as strikers, me and Cookie are better than bloody.
Put us six out there, we'd do better than what 6 of them would do. That getting paid.
And we got a
£100
combined age of 110 or something.
something like that. Yeah, something like that. Waffless says Rashford seems a pure mercenary. Any other names from anyone else? Mark's given his 3 names that he'd be happy with if they came in. Anyone else got any names that they'd like to put forward that would sort of tickle their fancy, or are you a bit like what Mark said? You know, time's running out now. You just got to get players in. I don't know where
anyone.
Where are you at with it? Where are you at with it? Whoever wants to go.
Oh, guys, at this point now, we can come up with a load of names and who we want, who we don't want. At the end of the day, the club are going to bring in who they bring in. And, you may not be happy. Say, for example, Rashford does come in. Sheriff won't be happy with it, but it is what it is, isn't it? We've got to get on. De Zerbi's got to make it work. Yeah. Well, whoever De Zerbi brings in, he's got to make it work. He's got to get goals in this side. Got to get goals. We've got to create things. It's going to be up to De Zerbi then. The pressure's going to be on him to deliver goals and assists from the way he plays. So for me, we'll just have to wait. It's just frustrating, I know, but it is what it is.
I suppose that goes the other way as well. Like we're saying about none of us want Richie or Solanke and stuff. But if De Zerbi wants them players, then we've got to trust him at the end of the day, haven't we? He's our manager, and we wanted a manager like this. And if he says that,
the manager, yeah, of course, we've got to trust the manager.
If he says he wants those players, then
we
just got to hope it works, doesn't it?
But you see the whole thing, isn't it? Next season, when Solanke misses chances, Richarlison misses chances, everyone will be saying, "Oh, there you go, same old," and you can just predict it now.
Yeah. There's some comments in here that we're desperate. Rashford down tools for Man United. Can you imagine if he don't get his own way at
Yeah,
Spurs?
but that's what I said. That's what I said. He'll throw his toys out the pram, tip the apple cart over, and then we're stuck with a bloody fool.
Dan,
Stuck with the fool.
Richie, on first of the season, Richie will score a couple of worldies and everyone will be like, bloody hell, what's
Yeah,
happened?
but didn't he score that last season under Frank?
Yeah.
Didn't he score that
Yeah,
great against Burnley? And everyone said, "Oh, look," and then he didn't score again, did he?
Yeah.
For a long time.
Dingo, we're going to wrap the show up. Let's hope it is Osherman that's coming to Spurs. We'll bring this up as well. Go on.
Let's hope by tomorrow we've got Here We Go, yeah?
Well,
by tomorrow.
listen, we can only keep talking about it. At the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? It's, we're fans at the end of the day, and we just want the best for our club. That is what it is.
I demand the best from my club, mate.
Well,
I
there you
demand
go.
it.
Absolutely.
Sheriff, sorry, can I say one thing, Sheriff? Did you watch The Divide in the end?
The what?
Divide, the Tottenham Arsenal thing on YouTube.
Oh, no. I know about all that anyway. I've probably seen that many times in my lifetime.
He was in it. Don't worry about that. He was in it.
Hang on a minute. You're 2 years older than me.
I know I was in it.
If you watch carefully at the black and white footage, you'll see me and Cookie running up the road.
Well, you'll see him running up the road. Oh, dear. Listen, we're going to wrap the show up. Big up to everyone. We'll send you over to Mia. I've got no doubt she'll still be going. So big up Mia. She's doing a great job over there. Big up Sheriff for actually being here this morning. No work this morning. So you know what I mean. Big up to you, Sheriff. DK, as always, thanks very much for joining in the conversation.
No worries.
Appreciate you. Danalist, everyone, get over to the Danalist. Danalist TV. Get
Cheers,
over
guys.
there. Give him a sub. Anthony at Tottenham Therapy. Get over to Anthony. Give him a sub. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And Mr. Taylor, part of and initiator of the Mark Army.
President.
Big up to you.
President of the Mark Army.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why isn't it the free marks?
Well, it is
Mark
this morning.
Taylor, why aren't you involved? Get involved.
Like the
man.
Three Stooges.
The free marks. You could change it. The free marks. There you go.
There you go.
I don't think they need me.
No, but mate, you have a different side. You have a different way of thinking with it, don't you? You know what I mean? You're
these two are professionals. I'm a mere amateur.
I wouldn't
It could
say
be the two
professional.
marks when I got
Don't
good
put
at
yourself
work.
down.
Well,
If
yeah.
I got- when I'm at work, Mark's always on the.
Mr. T, you can always jump on when Sheriff's at work and make it the 2 marks again. You know what I mean? But there you go. Everyone, people who are still in here, you're going over to Mia. Like and subscribe to everyone, but make sure you like and subscribe to the 2 marks, definitely. We'll see you tomorrow morning
Of course.
at 9:30. Big up to everyone in the chat. Been a great chat as usual. And as always, come on, you Spurs.